I think we should always look for the opportunity to help someone else. I really feel that. I think we need to be more sensitive to the needs of others. I think we need to be more passionate about helping someone come up to even where you are, the level you're on.
There's no degree for kindness. There's no degree for compassion. There's no degree for giving, like, of yourself.
At that moment, when I came to Houston Community College, I was just happy to be doing something besides holding a sign. Houston Community College reaches out, I would feel it's called community, to your community. So I hope what we're doing now, it benefits not only the homeless situation epidemic, but it opens more doors for a stronger connection and bond between students and faculty and staff.
Well, I grew up in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, in the projects, and really didn't really witness a lot of homelessness, although we grew up in a very poor area. But when I moved to Houston, that was the first time that I actually witnessed homelessness or people on street corners panning for money. And I was very touched and saddened by that.
I am an enrollment management officer here at Houston Community College Central Campus. I've been here about 38 years. And you encounter a lot of different types of students. My staff often tease me that, Ms. Lott, your students are at the counter, but they my heart. And then I never thought about homeless students because my daughter was out there for several years. She was not per se homeless because she could come home to me, but I had to deal with that, and that was heartbreaking. How many other students that I see day to day that who's homeless, they don't wear a sign that says they're homeless, but you never know who you entertaining. My mama said you never know you entertaining an angel.
The homeless situation is really a really obstructive thing that goes on because these are people that are actually our population too. You know, being a professor, I know that I have quite a few homeless students that don't tell me they're homeless, but sometimes because of just being able to identify and knowing students, I know how to be able to identify it sometimes. Now, one of the things we always say is that they have a lot of other worries than an average student. One reason why is because they have to decide where they're going to lay their head, whether or not they're going to continue to return to class. And us as an institution, we look forward to being able to make sure we transition them from being homeless students to being graduates to being productive citizens.
But I know how it felt just that one day, to just be inside, having a roof over your head, being able to watch TV, see what's happening in the outside world. Just one day of actually being a part of life again, you know, with everyone else. Because when you're homeless, your life is totally different. You're detached from the full life of the world. So it's kind of, it gets lonely, you know.
That student said that I lost my car, my husband, he's been working full time. I'm hardly capable of work because I'm going to school. I still have my children.
This is the best lesson that you can teach kids. It's patience. It's hard work. It's methodical. You keep talking about it. It only becomes possible if you keep on talking about it.
There's some great nonprofits out there, don't get me wrong, but the majority of them don't really understand it, so they can't deal with a problem that you don't know. A problem you've never faced, you can't address. It's just like being in a fight. You don't know how to fight an opponent you never fought before. And I don't think the city was actually ready for homelessness.
I'm honored to be able to do this with Dean Adams because when I first came here, I I was homeless. I started at Central. I came to Alief, and I walked through that door, which was open. And Deacon Adams allowed me just to sit in there. I walked and told him my story. And he told me his. He related. And Daphne Hernandez and Sarah Goldenrad, gosh, I appreciate you guys. And Sarah, you know, I have a superhero necklace because I feel I'm a superhero in my mind. So I wear this Superman. I gave it to Sarah because she's really my true superhero. So thank you.
By the time that I got out of school and got into a doctoral program, I realized there was a lot of inequality all over the country. And it didn't seem fair to me that people who were working really hard and were really talented just couldn't go and get a college education the way I did just because they didn't have money.
I'm originally from Oakland, California, but I've been in Houston since 2007. I was raised in poverty, and I knew one of the only ways to escape that was through education. And so the very first thing I wanted to do when I came to Houston was go to college. Growing up, me and my family were homeless for many years. So we were in and out of homeless shelters, we lived in motels. And so throughout that whole process, organizations helped me and my family, nonprofit organizations, community organizations. And so I always knew from a young age that that's what I wanted to do.
I was born in Brooklyn, New York. I came to Houston about 5.5 years ago. I battled with homelessness for several years on and off prior to coming to Houston. Well, when I came to Houston, I found that there was an enormous amount of challenges, especially as a student in a local community college. I noticed that you get a lot of help from the students, your fellow classmates, rather than some of the staff or the teachers and so forth. I mean, don't get me wrong, you get an encouraging word from teachers and some of the staff members, but no one can really understand or feel the pain of homelessness unless you've experienced it.
You are an eagle. So test your wings. Because with ACC, you can achieve great things. ACC changes lives every day. We are here for you. We turn no one away. And we do it the ACC way. Because you can stand tall. You are an eagle. You can rise above it all. Thank you.
Where I met Justice was here in Houston, was on the campus of Texas Southern University. We both were at KTSU at the time. And you know, those were the years that we felt invincible.
I've been here 27 years. I've seen a lot. And I'm just very, very proud of her. Very proud of her.
Well,
Thank you very much.
you heard it here, guys.
This is a part of becoming not invisible. Thank you so much.
I love you too.
I think a lot of people don't realize how suddenly life can change, that it turns on a dime. And once in a while, you know, you might think you're completely fine. You're in a 2-parent home and mom and dad are taking care of you. And then one day dad gets laid off. And your world can go upside down just like that.
My mama also used to tell me that I'm one check away from the poorhouse. So I could be out there homeless. Just think about it. Do I have enough savings to live on my own? What if I lose my job tomorrow? So I too can be homeless.
You can find yourself with nothing. And it's scary to think about that. Most people don't want to think about it because it's so intimidating. But what they need to understand is that because it can happen to everybody or anybody at any moment, there have to be supports in place. And it's not that providing those supports is outside the mission of a college. It is within the mission of a college, because if you don't address those sudden emergencies, people will leave and they won't be able to graduate. And so anything that we have to do to promote graduation is what we need to be doing.
There's funds that you need up front, and this is separate from your financial aid. So I've been reaching out to the various schools that I attended, the local community college, to try to receive some, just some information, a letter of support. But it seems like even that's a struggle.
There is no free lunch program for a college student. There is no housing subsidies just for college students. And so those same barriers that I had faced as a child began to resurface as an adult.
I believe that Houston failed to own their homeless. They failed to live up to the problems and the situations that we have going on in our city.
Students who are homeless during the school year are homeless during the summer. Students who are homeless have no choice in the matter. There is no mommy and daddy waiting for them.
Those, you know, there were a lot of days I had to go without eating. There's a lot of days I had $1, I had to decide, was I going to get on the bus and go to school with that $1 or get something to eat?
Like our college education, we've learned about like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And so the foundation of that is like sustenance, it's food, it's your basic needs. And so when you don't have things like housing or food, focusing on school is like a foreign concept.
I have helped a couple of students, particularly one, Selma Butler. I did not know she was homeless. And so through my sources, I was able to get her a $2,500 scholarship that I think probably changed her life. It actually changed my life because I was able to do that for her.
When she meets and sees people, she has a belief in them, and she sees something in them that you don't even see in yourself. You know, you're told, we as people of color are never told we are great. The first word 9 times out of 10 we learn is no. How many times do you hear a black child being told, no, 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 no? You never hear no one say to them, yes. Yes, you can. Yes, you can do that. Yes, you can become it. In spite of all of that, this girl, honest to God, believed that I would be pretty good in this thing. And it has, from those early days, given me a chance to work in just about every city in the country, every major city in the country anyway. Wow. And I was literally homeless.
I actually met one student who really, really changed my life. Her name is Justice. And at the time when I met her, she was actually holding a sign on Westheimer, and she was asking for motorists to honk, and she was praying for them. She was homeless and she was praying for them. And that experience in itself changed my life. To see someone who essentially had nothing, but she had a smile and a sign, and this unwavering spirit. Hold on. Come here. I love you. I love you.
I love you too.
You inspire me so much.
You inspire me too.
It definitely shows your scars of life. It shows the journey that you took and the lessons you've learned, and how you're able to go back and return and help someone else. It does not determine your financial being.
So Justice, what are you doing right now?
I'm making this sign here to feel it's time to update people, let them know where their investment goes. See, yeah, this reminds me of when I was actually doing signs for real, for begging for food. See, you want to make it dark like this, so the motorists can read it. They can't read it like that. I'm not trying to have them have an accident while they try to help me. I used to be homeless again, so, I mean, I can live a week on sardines or top ramen, and then from my little part-time check, I can give to somebody who really needs it. You know, I could suffer a week to make sure that other person don't suffer that week.
She made a promise to me that she would make the dean's list, and so she brought her grades to me, and she had made all A's, and you know, that's what this is all about.
I used to be over here, and I get people giving over on this side and that side. I'm doing this for a good reason. Check this out. They don't even know what's up. Let me show them. Father, please bless my motorists, and if they have a cold heart, allow it to be much warmer. Give them this day and bless them with another day. In the name of my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, amen. My bus, yeah. Thank you guys. You know, we spent a year and a half homeless, and you've been holding signs asking for help. But how many give the people closure, you know, that have given to them and shows them what's going on? That's what I'm talking about, all right. Thank you guys. Of course, I walk faster than my camera person. Because I got to show them what's up. Where they normally see help, give, they get to see accomplishments. That's what this is about.
My goal ultimately is to make sure that everybody in the nation and worldwide understands the plight of students, understand the barriers to student success, and eventually melt those barriers away to where they don't exist anymore.
You're never too old to go to school. Go back to school, stay in school, get it right. You can be whatever, whoever you want to be. It's all up to you. Keep God first. You can do it.
I would want her to know, thank God that she went through that struggle, so that she can be an example to me and so many others to never, ever, 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 ever say no. Never, ever stop believing in yourself. And the weight that she's carrying around, it is for a reason. Don't ever feel that, oh my God, I'm carrying all this weight around for nothing, and it is going to come to nothing. It might not be any monetary gain, but your mark on the world will be left by your struggle. What you have gone through will be a testament to people for generations to come, that they will know I can rise above my current situation.